Hi guys, welcome to a new video of Bitcoin Edge. Today we take another look at the charts and we are starting off with the S&P 500. Of course, it is closed in the weekend. It will open in a few hours, the S&P futures. Well, this is what I'm expecting still from Friday. And yeah, it closed quite badly. It closed over here on this support. And yeah, my expectation is still something like this. Maybe they top 3000 again. And yeah, down I think, especially with the corona cases rising again. So yeah, this still stands, and I'm afraid it is correlated with Bitcoin. This is a really small chart, 5-minute chart, what I expected on Bitcoin, but the dump was a bit earlier or a bit later than I expected. I'm short from 9.6k. 9.6k and a half kind of. So I am very comfortable. My stop is above 9.4 and yeah, very comfortable in it. After a dump like this, people shorted over here, and if the majority is shorting, it will bounce most of the times, and you can see that in the funding that it does on Bitmex, for example, or in the premium discounts. But premium discounts most of the times don't move that quick. They don't flip in one day or in a couple of hours like a funding does on a Bitmex, for example. And I look at Bitmex because they are kind of the biggest exchange when it comes to open interest, so that's why I look at Bitmex. I think this was just a stop run and continuation down. Maybe we hit some stops over here still. A lot of short stops are over here in this area, maybe even over here, you know, just to make sure all of them are cleaned out, and then continue down. Well, why do I think that? Let's zoom out a little bit. This is of course the bigger time frame I'm looking at. This one and this one. These are the big lines I am looking at. Maybe a bit more down even. Made a fake out above it. I want to make sure I touch this top perfectly. So that's why I draw it like this. A line with the most contact points is the most valuable, most valid. So why am I bearish? Well, that is because if I remove all the drawings and I draw something like this, then you see we broke under it over here. Of course, we had kind of almost an engulfment on the daily. That happens when the greener candle is longer than the red body. That's an engulfment, and it almost happens, but it's pointless at this stage. Sorry, I'm bearish. This was just a bearish retest if you ask me. The weekly is closing as well in a couple of hours, 2 hours or 3 hours, sorry, 4 hours. Yeah, looks weak, looks weak. Here we can spot those same lines, I think. No, something like this. Maybe we keep it, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I think we had the top and it's time to move down. I don't expect something like this, but I expect something like this. Just a 3 to 2k drop from here, back to 7,000. A lot of people are expecting 6,000 range. I am not that bearish. I think 7,000 range, and from there we bounce. And if the majority is shorting, then we won't go that low. So that's something I expect. Too many people are expecting 6k, so I don't think it will go to 6k. It will go to around 7k, and it will line up perfectly with, I think, let me check. This is 7k, oh sorry, 6.8. It's over here, and that's, yeah, lining perfectly. Something like this, I think, would happen. and from there on we break this line. So I think we do get a bull run, but it's dependent on what the S&P is doing. But for now I see something like this happening. The 200 moving average on the daily, this line we see the same lines over here on the daily. The moving average is on 8.4k, and that is always a really big support. If the price is above the 200 moving average on the daily, that's most of the times a bull run. If it's below it, it's a bear market. Ethereum USD, and they are on support right now of the 2-year trend line, the big one. Yeah, I want to stay bullish on Ethereum, but if BTC cracks through it, I'm not expecting a lot of Ethereum. Let's zoom out on Ethereum BTC. Doing kind of the same. We're above the 2-year trend line. That's broken, this one. And we're at support right now. What we want to see is a higher high, breaking this one. So yeah, everything is kind of bearish at the moment. We will know more if the S&P futures open in a few hours. Taking a look at the funding in 9 minutes. Next one is flat still. Small majority is longing, but it's not that much. Funding has been really flat the last few months, really neutral. That wasn't like that in the past last few years. It's really weird that the funding has been this low all the time while we were at 9k and stuff. So it was kind of almost a short squeeze all the way up, just like this was just one big short squeeze all the way up, and running some stops above this line, I would say. So yeah, this was all one big short squeeze if you ask me. Rising wedge, very bearish, breakdown, bearish retest tried, but it will fail and go down. That is sadly what I'm expecting. Make sure to use my ref links when you want to try leverage trading on Bybit, Deribit, FTX or Bitmex. I prefer Deribit. Use this link for sign up so you get big discounts on trading fees and so on. Well, yeah, the video was a bit later today, but I hope you guys still enjoy it. Make sure to like, subscribe and leave a message. See you guys.